So I guess I'm the third person to be doing one of these. Well, better late than never. So boss fights are not new to the Mario Party series, but the thing is that we haven't really seen them in a while, mostly in the console Mario Party games, until now. Super Mario Party Jamboree brings back some new boss fights to the series, and you get 5 of them in total. So I've decided I wanted to rank all of these. So I'll be going through my favorite to least favorite fights in this game, and I will state it now, none of these fights are bad. You'll get something out of them and they're all enjoyable in their own way. So let's just get right into it. So starting off with my favorite boss fight in the game, we have Rocky Wrench, and it's pretty simple, but you can kinda say that for every boss fight in this game. So you have to shoot at Rocky Wrench, but he'll be moving around, so you'll have to pay attention to where he's moving and then shoot at him, but make it quick because he moves pretty decently fast. Once you make it to phase 2 of the fight, it starts to ramp up in difficulty. More Rocky Wrenches will show up and, well, you have to avoid wrenches. You'll get 4 thrown at you, but you eventually can also get a big one thrown at you, so just shoot at it as hard as you can. The boss overall has a pretty simple learning curve to it, and I just love the overall design of Rocky Wrench. He's very cartoonish in this game, and I love that. I know we've seen this same design in Mario Kart, but it kind of makes him stand out from the other bosses in this game. And just the music, it really fits his character. The music gives off this 1960s feeling to it, and I just can't stop listening to it. And now I'm gonna make you listen to it. Absolute slapping song we got, and it really just adds more to Rocky Wrench. I get the vibe that he doesn't even care what's going on, so he's just messing around with you. But overall, good fight. I like this boss fight. Very simple to understand. It can be pretty satisfying when you get to shoot at him, and especially the wrenches too. So let's move on to number 2. So I was conflicted on where I was going to put this on the list, but I just decided to put it in number 2, Zumo Boss Bro. So this is a more puzzle-based boss fight. I didn't do good on it at first, but replaying it again for this video, I actually mastered it. So you'll have to make a pathway to Zumo Boss Bro so you can electrocute him, and this follows until the very end of the fight. But it does get more challenging near the end, and I actually like that angle of the fight. When these guys start to come in, they start to electrocute the path you've made, and you have to quickly fix it. I do think this does actually add a bit of tension to the fight, because now you gotta move even faster than you already were before. I was gonna put this in the number 3 spot, but I have a bit of an appreciation for what they've done with this fight. It's a bit different from the other ones. I don't have much else to say about this fight, so let's just move on to number 3. So like with number 2, I was conflicted on where to put this, but I think number 3 is a pretty reasonable spot. So you get to fight Imposter Bowser, and all you have to do is charge at him at your weird hoverboard thing, and it gets a little bit harder at the end, but now he's up close with you. It's overall a pretty fine fight. He will attack you, but that's not the only thing that will happen to you. Sometimes bombs will show up or billet bills. I guess this stuff makes the fight somewhat challenging, but they could have taken various elements from the other Bowser minigames in this game. I sure thought that Bowser was gonna chase after you, but that never happened. I didn't even think Bowser was gonna be the final boss, but it is somewhat satisfying like charging into him. So let's just move on to number 4. So in the number 4 spot, we have the Dragon Eel, and in this fight, you're on a jet ski where you have to collect some shells and avoid some obstacles in your way, and also a whirlpool. And once you get through all of that, you can attack the thing with your shells that you were able to get, and you basically do this for the entire fight. You definitely will have more obstacles in your way, but that is basically it. I think my big problem with this fight has to be the jet ski. I got a little bit better with using it from replaying this fight, but it feels kinda heavy to control. And not only that, it feels like the fight kinda drags on for a little while, which is weird to say because it could take you under 3 minutes to complete these boss fights, or even 2 maybe. At first I didn't think this made a lot of sense to be the first boss fight in the game, but I guess it now does. I mean, it is the first boss after all. It is gonna be simple. It's the first boss you fight, and you're gonna understand how it works, and you're gonna figure out how all the other bosses work in the game from this boss. So now I think we're just gonna move on to number 5 finally. I don't have much else to say. I mean, it's cool that you get to fight such a thing because it's sort of an underutilized Mario enemy, but that's all I can say. Finally, at number 5, we have the Sting Bee, and all you have to do in this fight is jump on the platforms and ground pound the thing. But in the second phase of the fight, it will get mad and summon a few more sting bees. I will say that maybe I'm now regretting putting this in number 5, but at least with like Dragon Eel, I feel like there's more going on. The giant sting bee will go slowly back and forth, but in the second phase it will move a bit faster, so there's some challenge going on here. But I think they could have made it a little more interesting. Like, what if it actually utilized its stinger and maybe went underground, or we had to go to a honey hive? I do kind of like the platforms being replaced with sting bees that you have to carefully jump on, but I would have wanted a little bit more out of this fight. Just something more. It can be a little bit challenging trying to ground pound it, but I don't have much else to say. So I did it. I ranked every single boss in this game. Overall, they're not bad. Like, none of them really are. I think there are some that are better than others, but I enjoy them for what they offer. Hopefully they return in the next Mario Party game and we do get more of them, because 5 is kinda underwhelming, to be honest. I would have wanted a few more. But let me know what you think. What are your favorite bosses in this game and what are your least favorite? Let me know and I'll see you guys next time, and bye.